The Dutch Wash Alliance aims to establish sustainable water, sanitation and hygiene systems that can easily be replicated and scaled up. Supporting the development of an environment where systems can flourish and expand is essential. To do so, different stakeholders need to work together. The potential facility users, representing the demand. Businesses providing the necessary products and services, representing the supply. Local creditors offering competitive funding, representing the money. A committed local government that is prepared to invest responsibly. And last, but certainly not least, a body to bring all these players together, representing the broker. So how does this work in reality? In the Sanitation in Peri-Urban Areas program in Malawi, an approach was developed whereby different sanitation services were bundled under the umbrella of one business. This enabled the entrepreneur to offer a variety of services, varying from the construction of toilets in individual households and schools to the emptying of pits. Let's see how all the players involved work together.
Initially, we presumed that the sustainability would be embedded in environmental issues. So we thought that by doing resource reuse, that would embed sustainability. But over time, we realized that there was actually no solid financial basis for this presumption. So we started focusing more and more on the financial sustainability, and eventually we located the sustainability as best embedded in building up a business as an institution. Well, what we did was to make sure that sanitation-focused business as an institution diversifies both its customer base, so by offering a variety of products and services, and also to offer value to different clients, such as households, NGOs, local governments.
This is cost-effective and has resulted in a higher quality of provided sanitation services, and even standardization and branding. But how exactly is such an approach implemented?
The role of my institution was to put in place the procedures and the systems on the way how the peri-urban sanitation is to be implemented. I would say most of the things which are free, they are not sustainable. So that's why in the past or in many areas, free sanitation facilities which is being implemented by NGOs full of subsidies, they are not sustainable. But the way how we have begun the program, people are able to pay for sanitation facilities, and it's quite clear that the program is sustainable. Hence, a lot of people from different areas where we did not target have been able to come to us demanding for sanitation facilities and pay for the facilities.
Paying for facilities comes hand in hand with increased business and the strengthening of local economies, something any government would surely support. But what would their involvement entail exactly?
Our institution's role in this project was to ensure that the strategic partner implements what was expected of it to do. Because as I said, our strategic role as a council is to make sure that we identify strategic partners, but also to ensure that the program is being implemented as has been agreed. So these are issues of quality control and ensuring that objectives are being met.
There must have been some challenges in monitoring this, though.
I think the biggest challenge in this program was mindset change.
The mindset of people and institutions can be difficult to change, though. How would a government go about trying to do this?
Our approach was to ensure that we work with groups or organizations or subgroups that are within the communities, because these are people that live with members of this community on a day-to-day basis, and therefore mobilization becomes easier.
So what has been the key added value in working with this community mobilization approach?
There is, I think, an interest now from the surrounding other areas to have this program rolled out.
It's all very well a program having success and being rolled out further, but how do you ensure this will continue and bring about actual structural change within communities?
The program leads to a sustainable service system because it is led by the people. We just provide guidance. So when people who are involved or who are affected by the program buy into that program, then you are assured of success because there is ownership, and ownership leads to sustainability.
By raising awareness of the importance of sanitation issues and changing mindsets, more and more people are willing to pay for services. This has had a knock-on effect for quality of life and health within communities.
Komanso tinali pa chiopsezo cha kolera ndiye kolera pano pa watha basi betikuonera chifukwa chonena kuti pali phindu lalikulu chifukwa chonena kuti panopa tinali mumsika umene umamveka fungo pano pa fungo jalinatha.
We've seen the benefits of such a program, but let's not forget the much-needed finances involved. So what exactly would a local bank be able to do in terms of offering affordable funding?
The role of the bank would be intermediary. That is to say, taking the depositors' funds and lending to the borrowers.
And why would such a program in the sanitation sector be appealing for a bank to become involved with in the first place?
It would be interesting because it would make the bank associated with the sanitation program, which is good for the environment.
But a bank is only going to get involved if it looks like a sound investment. What in the bank's size would make the sanitation sector potentially sustainable?
The program would be sustainable if it has got support from all stakeholders, ranging from the policymakers, the beneficiaries on the ground, and even some donors.
Okay, so if a bank were to offer affordable funding to support a sanitation sector, what would be required on their behalf?
It requires the bank to understand the regulatory framework of the places where it's taking place, and also to understand the whole value chain system. That is from the beneficiaries and from the policymakers.
And what about when a program developing the sanitation sector has finished being implemented? What is its future?
I think what will remain is a viable business, which I hope will multiply into several viable businesses, which can continue to offer high quality services and goods, and also make a profit.
Following the success of the business approach to sanitation in Malawi, the Dutch WASH Alliance wants to establish further profitable and efficient sanitation businesses that provide services that customers, especially poor households, are willing to pay for. Support developing systems that create enough momentum for upscaling. Enable staff to work with new technologies. Prove to investors that the sanitation sector and its businesses are worthwhile investing in.